Yay.
Hey guys, so I went to the yard waste today, took my trailer in, which I didn't get in last fall, so it was pretty gross. So I took it in and just cleaned it off my tarp that I usually lay down in the trailer, little 4x6 trailer. So it's pretty gross after a year, or after the winter, so just cleaning it up. I'm here with my helper, and what's your name?
Leah.
Leah. Little Leah's helping me today. So, guys, I went and picked up some new RV stuff for my 22-foot Springdale travel trailer. Yeah, this isn't all of it, but it's some of it. So I'll just go through some of this stuff and why I picked it up. So, this little guy, I bought this to put some sewer gloves in. So I just get medical gloves from Costco. I buy them in the boxes. I think you get 2 or 3 boxes for like 15 bucks or something. It's pretty cheap. So I decided to get a little box so you can put the gloves right in there for when you're doing this RV sewer. There's my helper. Thanks, Leah. And then you put it in here, and I can write on there sewer gloves only, because I don't want anybody using them for something else. So sewer gloves only. And then I purchased a new Rhino. Yeah, I picked up a new Rhinoflex sewer hose kit. And I run these in all my trailers, and haven't had a problem with them yet. They've been pretty good. I like this part here that connects. And they have caps on each end, so when you're done with it, you can just cap it. It works good. The only problem is they won't fit into the rear bumper because of this thing. So what else do you do with it? I mean, I like to have a sewer hose in each trailer. So what I do in each trailer is I just go to Walmart and I pick up a big bin. I pick up a big bin like this. And this is what will house the sewer hose. So you put the sewer hose in there, and I'll put the little box with the gloves in here as well, marked on there. And then you can just put that on top, clamp them up. Clamp them up like that. It's a cleaner way of doing it. I tell my customers to wash down the sewer hose when they're done with it. Put the caps on, put it in here, put the gloves back in here. It's sealed to, you know, it's not completely sealed, but it's sealed as good as I can get it. And then I store it in my compartment there. And then I'm going to do up a second one. I'm going to write on here sewer hose, you know, only, not for portable water. And I'll probably put a black hose in there too for the, because there's an RV flush. There's a kind of like a hydro flush on this trailer where you can hook in the hose. The other container I'm going to house the fresh water. I've got a few cups in there now I've just picked up for this trailer. But I'm going to put the clean water drinking hose in here and pressure regulator valve in there, and a few other things that are clean. And then this will either go in a separate compartment or go farther in the compartment. But I think that's a better way to do it. It keeps everything a lot cleaner. So I also picked up from Walmart, I picked up a 25-foot hose for this trailer. And usually these handle pretty good. I've only had a couple of them. And usually what happens is they leak right around here. They don't actually leak in where the gasket is. They end up leaking right here. But I've had to replace like 2 of them now. But otherwise, they're pretty good. I mean, they're an RV hose. Yeah, so the next thing I got was a 30 amp to 15 amps. Because a lot of places where you go, you will not have the 30 amp. Be able to plug into 30 amps. So you plug the trailer into here, and that reduces it down to a 110 plug. Now, you won't be able to run the air conditioner on this, but I like these plugs better. There's a little adapters you can get. Those things get hot and they melt. So I've never had problems with these. They work good. This was about $15, which is pretty reasonable. I don't think you can get it much cheaper than that for Walmart. So it's made by Power Grip. They've been good in my other trailers, so I bought one for this one. Okay, now the other thing I picked up is I run these on all my trailers. I know they're cheap, they're junk, they're absolutely junk, but it's a deterrent, and I put this on. Sometimes I put a wheel lock on as well, so it's a deterrent. That's all it really is. I keep all my trailers in a lock compound with security and everything else anyway, so I don't really have to worry about it, but I like to put those on. So I bought 2 of those. Those are on sale for $19.99 each at Princess Auto. It's the Canadian version of Harbor Freight. So I picked 2 of those up. And also, I don't know how Harbor Freight is, but here in Canada for Princess Auto, you have to watch when you're going through checkout. There was a sticker on these guys on the shelf. They were $19.99, big red sticker, said sale. Picked it up, got to the till, and they ran them in for like $34 something each. And I'm like, what? Why $34 something each? They're clearly marked. Oh well, is it in the flyer? Yeah, it's in the flyer as well. Oh well, the flyer hasn't quite started yet. It's starting tomorrow. Okay, well, there's big red stickers already on the shelf. And so she's like, oh, okay, well, they haven't put it in the computer yet. I said, well, okay, so you have the big sticker out, you should have them in the computer. So anyway, I got them to give them to me for $19.99. So make sure you watch when you're going out, even if something's on sale, that they actually give you the sale discount, because a lot of times they don't. So I got 2 of those. I seen another fellow walking out with one of these, and they're regular $6.99 Canadian. And he was saying, oh, are they still on sale for $2.99? And I'm like, $2.99? That's a pretty good deal for brake cleaner. So I went back and picked one up. And now this is the funny thing. Princess Auto had the label where you pick these up. They had them on for $6.99. But yet I get up to the counter, she rings it in, and it comes up as $2.99. So their pricing is really wacko at Princess Auto. So anyway, I mean, why would anybody buy that at $6.99 if they knew it was on sale for $2.99? They would have flew off the shelf. So I picked up one of those. I have some already, but for $2.99, good idea to pick some of that up for doing brakes and that. I also picked up one of these, got 2 of these guys, and these are just 4-way connectors. They're 4-pin flat wire. I seem to go through these every once in a while. They usually break right around here in the wire, and I just had to replace one on my 4x6 utility trailer today. I had to cut it off, and I had to use one of these off another one that I had to rack because I had to go into town to get these, and somebody was renting that 4x6 trailer, so I had to get these, and these were $5 something, I think $5.69 each. So I got 2 of those. It's always good to have in one spare, especially when I have a lot of trailers. Yeah, but they always seem to break right in here. Right in the wires, about ½ an inch down, they'll break. So I got 2 of those. I also picked up some 24-inch nylon cable ties. These are 175-pound white, 25 pieces. I've never bought them this big, but I had a customer who had brought out a couple, and he used them for strapping something on, I can't remember. And they were really wide, and I really admired them. I liked them. So anyway, I was in a Princess Auto, and these were, oh geez, I don't know what they were before, $12.99 or something, and they were on for $7.99. So I picked those up as well for $7.99. Okay, then at Home Depot I picked these guys up. I wasn't sure what size I'm going to need, so I bought 2 of them. And this is for the new trailer, the Springdale, which in my last video I showed that it was so stupid how they have those connectors right out in the open in the weather and they're starting to corrode. So I tried to think of a way that I could cover them and have them in kind of a box. And I couldn't find anything. I was going to use plexiglass. Plexiglass is very expensive. For a little tiny sheet about this big, it's like $20 at Home Depot. So I thought about it, and I thought, hey, I bet you electrical boxes would work. And I think these are the clear ones. Yeah, so they already have the back cut out. They have a place for the wire coming out on the back. I think there was another spot for one of these. I was pretty sure. Oh yeah, right here. The wires come out the back. I don't know how I'm going to modify this, but anyway, so I'm going to try those, see which one will go over top, and fix that problem that I had in my last video. Until I got home, then I realized I had this kicking around, which is another box. I can't remember where I got it from. It was a box, I think that was off my house or something, and I noticed I had it. So I thought, well, I wonder if that would work. If I just cut the back of it out here, the whole back, and put that right over top those two butt connectors that are on the frame of the trailer, and I can just use that. I know it's not a complete watertight seal, but it would be better than what's on there, and then the wires can come out the bottom, or I can drill holes for the side. So that's a free option. I already have that. Or I can do these guys. This one I think is $25 or something Canadian, and this one was $17.99. So if I can get out of making this, I mean, this would be better than what's on there for sure, rather than water hitting it. So I may modify that first. We'll see. I mean, I don't mind spending $17 on a $26,000 trailer, you know, especially if it's going to help it. So that was the idea there. And the other thing I picked up was a strong bristle brush. This strong brush from Home Depot. I think this was $13.99, I believe. Doesn't say. And the reason I picked that up is I always find sometimes I need a little extra scrubbing power for around bumpers, sometimes on the roof, if I just need to get something a little more scrub, because the other ones I use are just like, I have wash brushes, but they're too light. They don't scrub. So I bought this. I think it'll come in very handy. So the only problem I have with this bin is it's got wheels on it, and I couldn't find anyone that didn't have wheels on it. And when I put it in there, it's going to roll around inside there. So I was looking at it here. And I think I can just pull these straight out. I think I'm going to grab a screwdriver. Hard to do it. I'm going to put this on a tripod. So I'm going to try and get this wheel off. Oh, look at that. Well, that was easy. They just pop right out. So I don't really have a use for those guys anymore, but I don't know, maybe I'll throw them in my junk pile. You know, everybody's got a junk pile. You think you might, someday you might use it. I seem to collect a lot of that crap. So I probably should just throw them in the garbage, but I don't think I'll ever use them again. And I will never use this bin for anything else other than a sewer, so I don't know. Let's take the rest of them off. Three. And it's four. Snap on there. You can snap them back on like that, or pop them right out. Pretty slick. I think these are like, I think they were $19.99 at Walmart, which is not bad for a locking. I like the locking part. You know, it's so nice to have this. Be able to lock it instead of those flimsy lids that just pop off on you. At least, you know, I've had one in the other trailers for 2 or 3 years and they've lasted. I mean, you're not really beating them up. Nice thing is you can take them out, take the sewer hose out, and you can spray the whole thing down. Put a little bit of bleach solution in there, spray it down, everything's clean. Okay, so let's open up the sewer pipe and get that in there, see how it looks. Nice new sewer hose. This. And see how this fits in here. Change the shape of it so it fits. Yeah, so that'll work. So let's see what we got here for extras. We got this cap that screws on to the end of the bolt. And we have these caps, which is nice on this Rhino. The two caps, so you can put one on each end. So this cap here, there's a rubber seal in there. And then when you put that in there like that, you just click it in, that's tight, nothing's going to come out of there. This side, when you're getting to your sani dump, you just take this guy, it's got the 4 little divots there, that goes right onto those there, and you just twist it, and then you got 3 rings here, small, medium, and large for different size pipes in the RV or at the sani dump. So usually what you do is you screw this in first. It'll find which thread it is if there's a threaded sewer line at your campground or whatever. And then once you have that screwed in, you just put the pipe in there and click it like that. You're in, you do your thing, dump it, pull it off, clean the hose out really well on each end, spray it all off, make sure it's clean, then throw this in. Boom, nice and clean, tight. Now, as long as nobody loses the ends, which I haven't had anybody do it yet, everything will be nice and clean in there. You got that in there, and then remember we got our gloves. So I'm just going to write on there, but the gloves can go in there like that, and then I'll put a black hose in there for whatever, and that I'll just write on top of this guy. Only for sewer, only, not portable water. Do not use for portable water. And then that'll just slide right into the compartment there. So yeah, that's what the inside of the compartment looks like. It's just got vinyl flooring. So I might put a little rubber mat on the bottom here. Go to Walmart, get some, just that stuff you put in drawer liners and that I'll put in here just so it doesn't shift around. But if I would have left the wheels on that container, it would slam up against there. Every time you hit the brakes and hit the gas, it would come back and forth. So it's nice to have it right out the back because the sewer pipes are right here. There's a gray water, there's another gray, and a sewer. So that's not very far to have to haul it and put it in here. So let's get it in there. Also, if you're going to do this, make sure you measure the opening here. Mine was 21.5, so I measured this. Make sure I'd have about an inch on each side. And that just slides in there like that. Perfect. And then lock it up. Easy peasy. Yeah, so this is the box here. This is the one that I've got for free that I had kicking around in my garage that I'd like to use first if I can. So I'd have to cut the back out of it. It's got the 2 big cords there. I can run them through here, and obviously have to cut a couple holes on this sidewall over here. in order to get it on there. Just to cover those because they get rust on them, eh? And that, with the walk around, the guy told me, I said, is that waterproof box? Oh yeah, it's waterproof. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. That can't be waterproof. It's, you know, that's not a waterproof box. There's no way. So he didn't know what he was talking about. So I'd like to cover up those relays, and you know, so I'll see if that'll work. It'll take some monkeying around. If I break it, well, then I'll use a different one. But I think this one might work in there. But you can tell, look at that, how it's getting already rusted and crusty in there, and this is brand new trailer. Crazy. And then this container here, I'm just going to put my clean hose in, and I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the ball lock in there. I'll probably just put it in the side. And the electrical cord and pressure regulator will go in there, and try and figure out some other things. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. If you haven't done so already, please like below and subscribe below, or you can subscribe here. Ciao for now guys.